Billy Crystal has spent much of his life making people laugh. He grew up the youngest of three boys. A born entertainer, Crystal liked to sing, dance, and act with his brothers for their family in their living room. "I was the little Jerry Lewis," he said. By the age of 5, he dreamed of being a professional baseball player or a comedian. He claims, "God made me short." Perhaps Billy's early talents and interests came from former past lives. Crystal's dad, Jack, a jazz concert producer, co-founder of the Commodore record label, and owner of a famous record store on New York City's 42nd Street, brought home recordings of comics like Laurel and Hardy and Sid Caesar that Billy and his two brothers studied. He was also influenced by TV shows like The Honeymooners. Jazz artists such as Pee Wee Russell and Billie Holiday were often guests in their home. Billy says that in high school, he was the class comedian, the one who talked the class clown into dropping his pants. By 16, Crystal began touring clubs, developing his humor based on his own experiences and those of his audiences. His comedic career was sidetracked twice. At the age of 8, Billy saw his first Yankees game with his father. The two shared this passion for the sport, which his father had played during college, and spent Sundays playing and watching the games. Billy got a baseball scholarship after high school. He then changed schools to be near his future wife, a dancer, his first and only date. At New York University, he studied to be a film director under Martin Scorsese. He then returned to his love of comedy. As a struggling comedian, he was a substitute teacher and, as Mr. Mom, took his first daughter to rehearsals. He began to open for musicians such as Barry Manilow. He then moved to Hollywood, where he acted in the TV sitcom Soap. That led to gigs on Saturday Night Live. Crystal appeared in the movies When Harry Met Sally, City Slickers, and Analyze This. He has hosted the Academy Awards 9 times. Coinciding with his childhood dream to be a professional baseball player, Billy idolized Yankee outfielder Mickey Mantle, who had signed a program for him after having hit a home run. Years later, in one of his first television appearances, Crystal met Mantle in person and had Mantle re-sign the same program. Crystal became good friends with Mantle and wrote Mantle's eulogy. Billy directed and produced an HBO film 61 on the relationship between Mantle and Roger Maris and their endeavors to break Babe Ruth's home run record. The movie received 12 Emmy nominations. Billy felt working on this movie connected him to his father. In honor of his 60th birthday, he signed a minor league contract with the New York Yankees for 1 day. In spring training, he wore uniform number 60 and led off as a designated hitter managing to contact the ball. In the movie City Slickers, Crystal wears a New York Mets baseball cap. In Running Scared, he wears a Cubs jersey. In Parental Guidance, he's the announcer for the minor league baseball team. Although a lifelong Yankee fan, Crystal's part owner of the Arizona Diamondbacks. With Crystal's dual talents in comedy and baseball from an early age, it seems likely that he has done both of these in past lives. This is Dr. Barbara Lane, author of 16 Clues to Your Past Lives, reminding you to learn from the past, live in the present, and create a fulfilling future.